Kenny, how disappointed are you with that?
Yeah, of course, it's we talk about the conditions and obviously that plays a factor. But I like to try to take the responsibility for our side. And I didn't think we really started right. We weren't necessarily sharp enough to the ball. I thought they was a yard sharper. I understand that they had the wind in the first half and we had it in the second, and that did reflect in terms of who was on top in the territory. But even so, we still looked not quite our normal self at the start, and they've got a goal up in the first half and probably deserved that. I did see that, but I still thought at that stage we could win the game. And obviously going into into our fans and with a strong wind, we dominated in the second half and were on top for the majority of it, but then again couldn't quite find the shots. Probably our best chance was Sean Raggett's header, which they cleared off the line when we did beat their keeper. There was somebody well positioned to get round and head it off. And for Ronan, there was a couple of balls across. Steve Seddon, Marcus Harness had a run, but ultimately then we couldn't find those moments that we could score. And despite being on top for that second half, it was tough for us to find a way through, or a combination necessarily up front that could get us that moment or moments that we needed to lift ourselves.
You lost Ellis Harrison before kick-off. What was the problem, and did that affect your mobility up front?
Yeah, in terms of Ellis, obviously came off on Tuesday. He's felt that yesterday fine and trained okay, but obviously then in the warm-up didn't feel like it was 100% and was right. And then obviously then at 10-3 we've made that change. But Ollie Hawkins is an experienced player. If you're looking at the side, it's barring probably McCrory, it's a side that finished on Tuesday night, so I don't think there's any excuse in terms of what happened in the warm-up for us. We all do know our jobs, and it flowed from Tuesday night into Saturday.
Gave a few chances.
Yeah, of course there was, and as I said, for us, so I still don't think, despite we know we're going to need to defend well in at the start of the game and in that first half, but we were a little bit short, I thought, and didn't think we were quick enough to the ball. Quite had that reaction that we usually have to be able to either defend or to break in that first half. And they've got their goal up, and through the first half play anyway, deserved it. I understand that the elements were with them, but we didn't quite look right. Second period though, when I was expecting and hoping that we could dominate, we were on top. Most of the play was in and around their box and down there, but we couldn't then find the moments. As I said, one or two with Marcus going through, with Sean Raggett's header that was headed off the line. Ronan had a couple of moments, but there weren't enough, and then consequently, we've lost the game because of it.
But they didn't cause you too many problems either, did they?
No, they had some long range shots. We understand that, but obviously though with the lead, it changes it as well, and for them they can sit in and break, but it's very much up to us then to be able to come up with whatever can break them down, and we couldn't come up with that. Couldn't come up with let's say the right combinations in front of goal, and it looked a tough day for us, particularly going forward.
We say it every week now, but you can bounce back on Tuesday.
Yeah, you have to, and we've sort of just talked about the game there of where we started, because I don't think we necessarily started like ourselves. And then the second half anyway, when we're on top, what we needed to do to try to turn that sort of pressure, if you like, into clear-cut chances and then ultimately goals. And once you've done that, you do have to move on quickly, because the games come thick and fast, obviously. We'll be 7 points off the top now with 13 games left. Still an open division, we understand that, and important that, yes, we do bounce back, don't feel sorry for ourselves, but adjust where we need to as well in terms of the team.
Could those number of games you're playing be catching up with you at all?
No, I don't think so. I think Fleetwood away is a hard game anyway, and certainly proved to be the case today.